Good morning to all of you. Today, it has come in the press that the Honorable High Court of AP has taken sumoto contempt case in WP number or contempt number, sumoto contempt number 501 by 2020, taken up yesterday, that is dated 26/5/2020, against an MP, a former MLA, and 47 others, totally 49 persons. And some other 8 persons, their identity is not established. So it has taken cognizance as a contemptuous petition, and the Honorable High Court directed the Registrar General to issue notices to all of them. Why? Because the court takes cognizance of the interviews, postings, and televised evidence. That is, it in Sakshi channel also it has been telecast. So the postings in the social media as well as the electronic media, all these things they were taken into consideration. Of course, the Honorable Court actually has received a number of emails to the official account and also to the mobile phones of the judges and to the Registrar General, right from 22nd of May to 24th of May. And the video clippings, the social media comments, interviews, the screenshots, all of them were enclosed. So, Justices CJ Sri J.K. Maheshwari and also temporary, the in charge is CJ, previous while in charge is Sri Praveen Kumar, both of them as a bench took up the matter and they took it as a sumoto contempt case number 501 by 2020. Of course, all these video clippings, the postings, all these things are based on the orders delivered by the High Court judges in WP numbers 110 by 2020, 114 by 2020, 124 by 2020, and 177 by 19, and 183 by 19. This is English medium cases. And also 8185, WP number 8185 by 2020, and lot many WP numbers are there. Of course, they are the examples, right? So please remember the postings, how bad the postings are. The posting to disclose abusive, life-threatening and intimidatory words against the Honorable High Court judges and also Supreme Court judges, and even against the High Court in the social media, right? And the Honorable High Court also noted that there is a fabrication of material with abuse, hatred and contemptuous contents to cause incitement, disaffection and ill will against the Honorable High Court and its judges. So that is what is contempt. If you go to the main contents of the Contempts of the Court Act 1971, so section 2 says there are 2 types of contempts. One is civil, not necessary, and now the second is criminal contempt. The criminal contempt shows the acts which scandalizes or tend to scandalize the Honorable Court, then prejudices the Honorable Court and lowers the authority or lowers the image of the Honorable High Court, then it can be called as a criminal contempt. The definition itself says lowering the image, scandalizing. Here please remember, scandalizing the court, this word has been removed actually in the UK, and of course there is a separate offense for scandalizing the court. Of course it has gone to other, because in the defamation law there are 2 things, libel. So libel is punishable, whereas slander is not punishable in UK. But here under section 419(9) and 500 of the IPC, both of them are punishable. For that matter, for a defamation, it may be a civil case, maybe a criminal case, it may be treated as a tort law. But here the point is, the Honorable Court did not take it as a defamation. It took it as a contempt. Contempt means obstructing the proceedings of the Honorable Court, prejudicing the proceedings of the Honorable Court, scandalizing the Honorable Court. So and they have shown the evidence also. In the order, it is stated that the Sakshi news channel, which showed the speech of Mr. Mandagam Suresh, MLA of Bapatla, from the YCP office, headquarters office, I think at Tadepalli. So it attributed, he attributed motives to the High Court. The allegation that Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, the former CM of Andhra Pradesh, is managing the High Court. And the reason he stated is how come Chandrababu Naidu come to know about the judgment or order of the court 10 minutes prior to its delivery. So an inquiry should be made, the call details should be collected, all these things he has castigated. Of course, his intention is to attack Chandrababu Naidu. But here, please understand, even though Chandrababu Naidu is attacked, it is maintained that Chandrababu Naidu is managing the judges, means judges are manageable. What meaning it will convey to the general public? The general public on committee notice, definitely they will be under the impression that justice is manageable. The judicial officers are made. So they have leveled corrupt allegations also. So another instance also they have told. This is the tweet from Mr. Chandu Reddy or Chandra Reddy. This Chandu Reddy, he says, very audacious tweet. How many judges are there? In total, how many judges are in the High Court? They will be cut into pieces. All the judges should be kept in a room and the corona patient should be left with them. That means his intention is that all the judges should be tested positive for corona and there should be no judicial system in the AP. And the another is very bad, of course, even for uttering the same also, my mind is not agreeable, but still my conscience is not agreeing. But still we have to know. So all High Court judges are bastards. They are good for nothing except sleeping with their wives. Let them arrest me and I order for the CBI inquiry. Does it not amount to scandalizing the court? How bad they are. So these three incidents itself, they are sufficient. Basing on that, the Honorable High Court has taken up a suo motu, the court contempt, and of course he has taken cognizance and the procedure you may be knowing. So here they may be knowing that they have to give notice and then they have to give reply. Then they can get them detained or they can punish them under section 12 of the Contempt of the Courts Act. But here, please remember. So I do not mean that you should not open your mouth against the verdict of the court. Please remember, while discussing about the court that is Contempt of Courts Act, I tell you the exceptions right from section 3 to 5 important. So section 3 says innocent publication is not so-called contempt. By mistake you say here innocent publication, here innocent uttering by Nandigam Suresh. I am sure that Nandigam Suresh has no attribution toward the High Court. He only wanted to say, he wanted to attack Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, saying that Chandrababu Naidu is a manager and he is managing skills are there, he can manage everybody, even the High Court also. That he wanted to attack Chandrababu Naidu. Intention, but not the High Court. But it means the High Court is also scandalized. So innocent publication is not a contempt. Second is fair and accurate reporting, as it happens in the courts. So whatever happened, if you report, if there is no deviation, then you can stand by, then it is not a contempt. And fifth one, that is rolled up P or fair comment. Normally in defamation we are telling fair comment. Fair comment is also not definitely, it does not amount to contempt. So that's why I want to tell you that you can definitely level set, you can vent out your because Article 19(1)(a) gives you the freedom of speech and expression. So everybody may not be satisfied with the judgment of High Court or that for that matter even the Supreme Court also. Definitely you can comment on the judgment but not on the personality. On the personality, how many caste people are there, so many things they have mentioned. So, for example, very recently, the Supreme Court actually did not take cognizance of the migrant laborers issue about a week back when the matter came up. At the time, so many people commented, does the Supreme Court not find time to see the grievance of the migrants and will it be carried away with the words of the so-called Solicitor General Tushar Mehta stating that because Tushar Mehta stated that all of them are being shifted by Islamic trains, all these things, they believed that. So we can comment because the judgment on the Aurangabad train incident, yes, they stated that who asked them to go and sleep on the railway track? Because of the poverty, because they wanted to go early, they have taken the railway track. So we can comment like that. Even Shabarimala case. So some people are not happy, no doubt. The Constitution might have said, why should the Supreme Court interfere into the religious matters? We commented. So like that, definitely on the judgment. Yes, even of course in the High Court today we have been seeing all these things are regarding number one colors. So the allegations are that the YCP offices or Grama Sachivalaya, village secretaries, all these things are being painted with the tricolors, green, blue and white, which indicate YCP party. Of course, the High Court stated that they have to observe the so-called building code. National building code is there, which colors you have to paint, all these things are mentioned for the government offices. What type of colors have to be painted, it is there in the National Building Code. So the Honorable High Court asked them to observe the building code. But GO 23 was bought, so just to avoid another color, that is earth color has been added and that has been suspended by the Honorable Court recently. So this caused a worry in the minds of the YCP people. Same is that English medium. Of course, they have to study the judgment thoroughly. The Honorable High Court did not say English medium should not be there. But they have said you take the consent of the patients, parents and Telugu medium should also be there. That's what the High Court said. But these people started trolling that High Court, are their children studying in other Telugu medium schools or English medium schools? Don't you want the poor people's children to study English medium? You want to get all the jobs, not the poor people. All these trolling have come. This is the judgment against judgment given by Honorable Judge Satyanarayana Murthy, and these 19th 2/3 WTs are relating to the same. Same is the case with that election commissioner. You have got a chance here. Dr. Sudhakar, mainly this entire issue revolves around the arrest of Dr. Sudhakar and the ordering of CBI inquiry. Mr. Krishnan says if it is a petty issue, definitely petty issue, and if the Honorable Court asks CBI to investigate by the side of every police station, there should be a CBI police station. Like that he commented. Of course, you may be knowing CBI is a special protection establishment. Yes, it's formed under SPE. Actually, not CBI is not the direct name. Of course, there are allegations that CBI has become Congress Bureau of Investigation. Whichever government is power, they are using the CBI. That is the allegation. But whatever it is for the court to decide to which agency they have to send. Yes, there is no guarantee that the the case should be entrusted to DGP or the case should be entrusted to CBCID or the case should be entrusted to Visakhapatnam Commissioner, like that. The Honorable, it is the prerogative of the Honorable Court. You can't dictate terms to the Honorable Court. Wherever there is necessary, they will ask. So for example, Mr. Arnab Goswami, the Republic TV, so he asked for the CBI investigation. Honorable Supreme Court did not accept. It is their prerogative. For each and everything, they will not ask the CBI inquiry. Where there is a necessity, definitely they can. And another issue is with regard to that, I think ACB, that additional DG, Venkateshwara, and it is another issue. And more than that, that Ramesh Kumar, State Election Commission issue. No doubt. So if I got any grievance, we can happily go to the High Court. In the case Supreme Court, in the case of Dr. Sudhakar, the government can approach the Supreme Court how the Honorable Court has directed and how can the magistrate record a statement from a person who is suffering or who is taking treatment in a mental hospital, can the statement does it have any value? Normally whenever we record a statement, the medical officer will certify that the patient is a conscious condition, he is in a condition to give the statement. Like that they will give the certificate. So without that, how can they record like that? You can go to Supreme Court. There are so many avenues, but loose talk will definitely lead you into trouble, and it is one such a classic example of loose tongue drawing into the contemptuous acts and leading to the suo moto taking of cognizance by the Honorable High Court of AV. Let us see what will happen. Thank you.